Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 12. Today, my group will present case study 2 related to the accident at work that result in serious injury to employee. The first question is discuss the step that can be recommended to overhaul the safety program in the company. A safe and comfortable work environment is essential to ensuring that employees are healthy, happy, and give their best experience in their workplace. All industries must ensure that all potential hazards in the workplace are identified and mitigated. However, company and employer are also need to play a role by focusing on proper safety management and protecting employee under medical insurance policy in the event of an emergency. Based on this quote above, there are several steps that can be taken to improve the security program at Zumaju company. Hello, my name is Nur Amni binti Nur Hisham. Nama matric is 64339. The first step to be recommended to overhaul the safety program in Zumaju company is to regularly check all equipment and tools to ensure that they are well maintained and safe to use. Also check storage area and review safe work procedure. This is to ensure that employee can carry out their work in the safe condition. For example, one worker hand was badly damaged because he slipped on oil reverser that was leaking from a machine. This monitoring is very important so that we can know if the machine is safe to be used or not, if the damage or not safe to use. We can make a report first to the supervisor and we can prevent anything from happening that cause serious injury. Second step is the company need to ensure that all employees use the correct safety equipment while on duty. The use of the right safety equipment is very important for all workers, especially those who work in manufacturing and industrial sector. Among the commonly used safety equipment are full face mask, hard hat, safety glass, glove, hearing protection device and harness.
I am Siti Zulaha binti Abdul Razak and I like to say hello to everyone. My matriculation number is S64215. Last but not least, expanded training programs like health and safety training can be recommended from Zumaju company to overhaul their security programs. It is necessary to occasionally perform these two types of training. For instance, workers must receive first aid instruction and learn how to safely and correctly use equipment. Therefore, all training programs must be attended by employees in order to reduce the risk of workplace injuries.
Next, we move to the question number 2, that is assist the human resource manager to craft the solution involving Stephen. Based on the case of Stephen, who was dismissed without notice, the human resource manager became confused in solving this problem. For him, Stephen is a good employee and great experience with more than 9 years of service. The first craft is discussed between two parties. In this discussion, Stephen was able to defend his right as an experienced worker. Human resource need to listen to the view of both sides and can determine which side is wrong. This discussion can be conducted immediately to avoid misunderstanding and can be solved. Second craft is counseling section. This counseling section can also find out the problem faced by Stephen until he was accused of being incompetent at work. Counseling can give advice and help Stephen solve his problems. The effectiveness of the counseling section can form a good personality and a single attitude in work. Therefore, Stephen will be more single in his work and has a high sense of responsibility. This can give him the opportunity to continue working at Syarikat Zumaju STN Berhad.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Syahdatul Misha binti Sazalizan and my matric number is S61764. The next point of Human Resource Manager to craft a solution in situation involving Stephen situation is consent letter. This proposal is for an agreement between Stephen and the company is bound by the company regulation. For example, comply with the work performance set, not turning his back on his duty to the company for the sake of his privacy and does not bring or attempt to bring any form of influence against the interest of the company. If Stephen violates the regulation, he can be punished based on anxiety laws in the Syarikat Zumaju. And the last point is notice resignation. From the labor law, notice of resignation must be commensurate with Stephen's working period. An employee must inform of their dismissal with a termination letter. Letters of termination are also known as pink slips, letter of contract termination, letter of separation, and notice of termination of employment. If the human resource manager want to fire Stephen has been worked for 9 years, so he need to give a notice of resignation at least 8 weeks earlier and must include the fault of what Stephen has done in Syarikat Zumaju.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Al-Hajira binti Kamarul Hasri. My matrix number is at 62475 and I'm going to explain the discussion in question 3 where the question is present the possible consequences to the company for the termination of Stephen's service. The possible consequences to the company for the termination of Stephen's service are Syarikat Zumaju, Sdn Berhad that might be sued by Stephen because they don't have a solid evidence to end it. Stephen also has the right to sue the company, which can protect his right as an employee in the company. Net, Syarikat Zumaju Sdn Berhad may lose an efficient and diligent worker like Stephen. Organisation also need to find a suitable person for the position who has sufficient skill, knowledge, experience, and qualification. Getting an efficient employee like Stephen is not easy, but if Stephen is fired, then it will be a loss for Syarikat Zumaju Sdn Berhad. Furthermore, the company may have to compensate no less than 3 months of salary. This happened because of the company's action that did not follow the labor law standard where Syarikat Zumaju Sdn Berhad want to dismiss Stephen without an investigation.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Noraisha Afika. I will continue to present about the possible consequences to the company for the termination of Stephen's service. Within 60 days of losing his job, Stephen has the right to file a complaint with the Director General of Industrial Relations (IR). After he filed the complaint, the IR department will schedule a meeting between Stephen and his company, and then they will find the solution to their problem. At the meeting, an IR officer will serve as a mediator. If they can come to an agreement, the dispute will be deemed resolved and an agreement will be created outlining the details of the accord. If a compromise cannot be found, the Minister of Human Resources will be consulted. Whether or not to refer the case to the industrial court is up to the Minister's discretion. Next, Syarikat Zumaju will need to spend their time, energy and cost in recruiting new employees who are not as efficient as Stephen, who has been working in the company for 9 years and knows the ins and outs of the company. The company also has to take time to train the new employees to be on par with Stephen. Lastly, since Stephen is an important person for the production line, the company will experience problems in managing production in Stephen's absence. The absence of good section leader like Stephen will make the production department in Syarikat Zulmaju become chaotic. This is because the section leader's subordinates lack any instructions regarding how to carry out their duties, and if a problem arises, no one can be held responsible for resolving it.